So, I am going back to the media.
You going back to the test page?
No. We technically live. So
Okay.
I'm gonna play this first.
You still want me to rap it coming in?
We gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
We just gonna flow.
I'm just.
Oh, shit! Y'all see what the fuck going on?
Smoke strong
Y'all
like
hear
a
the
leaf in
music?
this bitch.
Oh.
Money over hoes,
I
I keep it in this bitch. So if she think we
you
trickin', then she tweaking in this
tweaking in this
bitch. She
bitch.
be lucky if she get a slice of pizza in this bitch. Yeah, focus on the money, never focus on the life. Cuz said don't spend it, we won't overpay the price. 8, 9 bottles, looking rose with the swipes. Credit card scams got us rose for the night. Ooh, yeah, miss me with the whole shit. It's best to keep your family the closest. I'm in VIP smoking on explosives. Shining with the same niggas I was broke. Hold my cup, like the blunt. I don't dance, but the night I'm coming up. Yeah, I remember I was down on my luck.
The multi-talented, out of Baltimore, right? You from Baltimore, right? That's a big fucking deal. We really gotta touch on that because they don't give us no goddamn credit.
Nowhere, man. They
We
shake
got
your hand different.
CALZ. Is it you say CALZ or CALZ?
CALZ.
CALZ. Well, I feel like I can't talk. I must be still hungover. We got CALZ in the motherfucking building. Not safe it is. Thank you so much for coming on, bro.
Always, brother. Always.
I appreciate you, man.
Pleasure's
Look,
mine.
so me trying to build up this platform, I rely on reaching out to those who have already reached out to, right? So you got a homie, you got a rapper, you got a producer, you got a breakdancer, whatever, and then you follow their page and you see other motherfuckers that they fuck with that
Facts.
they already admire.
Facts.
So Starrz being who he is, you know,
Shouts to Starrz.
shout out to Starrz. Me following him, I don't know if it was a shared story or a video, but I came across your work. And a lot of times in this industry, as you know, or anything, people's attention span, you got about 15 to 30 seconds to catch them.
Facts.
You could be nice as shit, but just that was the wrong clip for
Yeah,
them to find.
yeah.
I clicked that goddamn video, and I believe it. I think it was Champagne. Champagne every day of the week. I said, so let me start over. Number one. God damn, I don't even know where to start. This nigga make beats. And he don't just make beats like your cousin and them. We all got a cousin that make beats, right? Bless they soul. They got their little Fruity Loops and shit. Bless they motherfucking soul. But it's levels to this shit. Y'all have watched this before, and we've had fighters like myself, WKA, amateur fighter, and you had UFC fighters right here.
Mm-hmm.
It's levels to this shit. He UFC caliber. So I like the humbleness. I like it as you got your bottoms and you
yeah.
Listen, I click the fucking video and I hear the audio engineering.
Yeah.
That's a real fucking big deal, especially as a producer.
It's huge.
A lot of times you got, especially back in the day, I don't know how it is now, you would have the production and then send it off to an engineer.
Yeah.
But a artist like yourself, you're able to do both.
Yeah.
How important is it for you as a producer to be able to make your beat sound exactly how you want?
Oh, man, that's everything. To be
Sonically.
honest, it's sonically.
Right.
It's everything. I mean, I write, produce, and engineer everything. You know what I'm saying? So
you a whole house.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to go for. Not only that, and like you said, more than anything else, it's like you know how you want this shit to sound. If you want it distorted, if you want it extra ambient with echoes and shit in it, you know that. You know exactly how you want it to sound. So yeah, that's beyond important to be able to execute exactly what you hear in your head. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's one of the top things, if you ask me.
It's the most important. Because you got the beats like the Neptunes, right?
Yeah.
Dun, 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 ka, 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 ka.
Yeah, the grind and shit.
As far as instrumentally, it's not diverse. It's maybe 5 or 6 things in that motherfucker, right?
Yo, it's the first 3 keys of the Triton keyboard, I think.
Simple. Yeah. But he executed sonically how he want. The kick, the snare, the snap.
Everything,
no mud in it. You really, like when you hear your music, right? And I feel, I don't know. Look, we're gonna navigate around all this because usually I like to start with, why did you start producing? But I had to get right to the kissing at your ass section part of it. When you hear the beat, you like, hold up. You go back to his page, like, where you from? You from Baltimore? You not used to, unfortunately, whether it's because us as a music location, we haven't evolved or we haven't been doing it longer. I don't know what it is, but like when you hear Baltimore already, people are like, oh, you expect a certain quality.
Yeah.
What made you, as a producer, were you always that? Were your beats always that way, or were you an audio engineer first?
I was a producer before anything.
Okay.
So, you know, the engineering shit just came from sitting behind the engineer and just asking them questions and everything in between. But yeah, it was beats first more than anything else. Like that, I feel like that's next to the engineering. That's like one of the bigger things to do is like to be able to make your own beats. That's that, like I said, thinking it and being able to execute it and knowing how you want to sound on it and knowing what effects to put on everything. So yeah, that was I guess most of it was stemmed from me producing. You know what I'm saying? Because everything else was secondary. I feel like every producer got a little bit of rapper in them.
They do.
You know what I'm saying? But it was the producing side that kind of opened the floodgates with everything. You know what I'm saying?
So let me jump back to the genesis, because baby, you know we always ask, what's the genesis? Were you always musically inclined?
Yeah.
I assume you grew up in a black family.
Yeah,
in a black church, and you probably had to sit.
No, they
behind
Chinese. They Chinese.
No,
I'm fucking with you.
You might be little. I'm like, I didn't know you was Chinese, my bad.
I'm fucking with you, bro.
But what was your early inspirations to want to be a musician, a producer, a writer, and all that?
My aunt was a rapper, a local rapper called her name. She probably gonna get at me for this, but her name was Duchess MC. What's up, baby?
Duchess MC, okay.
What's up, baby? Nah, that's the boss lady. But she, you know, I used to do shit like dance at her shows and shit, cause that was back. She was rhyming back in the day when niggas had to have dance.
Yeah,
moves
you had
and
to
all that
dance.
shit with it.
Yeah.
So she used to bring me out on stage all the time when I was little. And I used to just see that, man. I'm like, I need this. I gotta have something to do with this. If I'm the DJ, if I'm the whatever it is, whatever this energy is, I love this shit. She used to kill shit at her shows. You know what I mean? I ain't know then because I was a kid.
Right.
But I see how hard it is to maintain in a show like that. And she used to do 3, 4 songs, 5, 6 songs back to back. Just
crowd was loving it.
Yeah, man. Everything. Energy was always high. Like I said, nigga, them dance moves, man. Yeah, they used to get it in. That kid and play shit.
One day we gonna find a video of your ass.
That's
gonna go viral.
She got one though.
That's gonna be viral. So that's what sparked it.
Yeah. That's the genesis.
Did you immediately like start writing songs? What was it? Like, were you beating on the lunch table?
Yeah. St. Francis Academy. What's up? Ask about me. I was tearing
nice.
that fucking table up. I used to come in the morning, and they used to have my the little juice and a muffin ready for me already. So when I come in, I can just jump right to it.
Who used to have that?
Everybody.
Yeah, you was that nice?
Yeah, bro. I used to tear that. I had 2 pens and everything.
I never get that treatment.
Tear that shit up, bro.
My man had a rider before he had
Absolutely.
I need a goddamn breakfast bun.
2 breakfast buns.
Hey, are you serious?
Yeah, man.
That's some brag shit right there.
Nah, that's
Them
that.
choppers will back off like, give me my supplies. They be like, they say, tat, 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 tat. Are you for real?
I swear to God,
That's
bro.
hard as shit.
I swear to God, you know, beating on the table was definitely instrumental in everything I do. Everything. I had 2 pens. I tell you, I don't give a fuck what it was. I use anything, man. Ask about me though.
That's
yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah.
And the ladies, most ladies will back this up. Sometimes I'll be in the car. Matter of fact, to be honest with you, your song "Hold My Cup," one of my most favorite songs right now. It's in the list with the baby and all of them. I'm telling you, the shit hard, right?
I appreciate you.
So we listening to it, and she listens to the beat. You'll say some shit like, kill babies, fuck your mother, eyeball. She be like, this shit hard. I'm like, Mo, you hear the fuck he said? So it makes sense now that you are already nice at making beats and moving the crowd sonically, right?
Yeah.
Because it translates to your music now. So, all right, so you had your auntie had you in there looking like goddamn New Edition.
Hell yeah, right? You know it. Yeah.
Fast forward to you in school, hitting the beats, doing that shit. Did somebody come to you like, yo, you should get this piano, you should get this software? When did you jump into
my aunt, she got me a drum machine. That's why I say she's like the muse.
Damn, she really
got me the drum machine when I was 13.
Which one was it?
It was it's some trash shit. It was called a Rhythm Track 234. It's some little square shit. And she heard, you know, my potential on that. And then eventually she got me the MPC. And then after that, yeah. I was 15 with an MPC, bro.
I used to always look at them in the magazine like one day.
Yeah. Nah, I started killing that shit after that. But then everything switched over to computers. So I got hip to Reason. You know, shouts to Reason. Propeller head.
So were you? Now listen, this is some gang shit right here.
What's up?
Were you always a Reason dude? Or,
Yeah.
So you hate FL Studios?
I don't hate it. I don't
you
hate
don't
it.
respect niggas, don't you?
I do respect.
If I tell you Fruity Loops, how you
shit,
gonna be like, oh, you had the
man,
Fruity
fuck
Loops.
that. Fruity
These
Loops.
Reason motherfuckers, they was like Ivy League, like,
that.
yo,
Nah.
you can't like play with the fucking plugins.
Nah, man.
Yo, sample pack ass and ass. Yo, standard sample pack having ass. So you ain't hate FL Studios?
Nah. And I like, you know, it was a while, like a couple months back. I mean, it's easy to work. Once you know how to work one of them,
yeah,
you know how to work all of them. So, yeah, I started fucking with Fruity Loops maybe 2-3 years ago. But Reason is still like, if anything, I like some of the sonics for trap beats on Fruity Loops. I don't know if it's how it's exported or whatever the case is, but it's like it's round. It's a knock. So I might start the beat in FL Studio, but then I fly it over to Reason just because I know what it is over there. It's just exactly.
I'm so glad you said that, because I was like, yo, people like, man, that weak ass FL Studio. I'm like, yeah, that shit is weak as a motherfucker. Delete, control, delete, move that over. It's really whatever you can use and produce the sound you want, it works for you.
Absolutely.
So if it's hardware, MPC, if it's software, because at one time they used to clown if you was software versus hardware. If you want to do an MPC or some $10,000 board,
yeah.
I remember that. Like,
yeah, me too.
Software, what kind of weak ass shit is that?
Yeah, they used to give me the blues back. I was 19 when I popped, so they used to give me the blues about that shit. I was like one of the dudes coming in with just his computer and maybe a MIDI controller, some shit like that, and that's it. And niggas got these big Tritons and Phantoms and shit all over the place, and I can emulate the same sound from a keyboard. So I know that snarl.
Yeah, right.
Like, this nigga, man, fuck you come in here, you a computer technician. You ain't no fucking producer.
Yeah, anyway. Play this shit.
Yeah, exactly.
So cool. You got the MPC. You already perfectly segued into 19.
Yeah.
19. How did that happen? When you say you blew up or you got into the scene or that was your first opportunity, is this major label? Is this local?
This was major. I did Sierra Like a Boy. I produced that. I made the beat.
You what the fuck he just said? Look, Thomas, I wish I could have zoomed in. Thanks, what she did. She was like, this is a cool interview. So, what?
Yeah.
Sierra. You know what the fuck I just said?
Yeah.
How did that happen? Did you know somebody?
My manager was shout to Pep. My manager, he's just moving around, man. You know what I'm saying? In the right buildings. And my OG Guy Rute, what up, Guy? Guy Rute was working in the Sony building at the time, and consultant, you know, so he ain't got no boss, so we used to just come through whatever.
19.
Yeah, 19, and my manager got it to some writers, or to I think it was an A&R that was managing writers on some double agent shit, and he got the song to them. And I remember back then, because my internet was fucked up at the house, I used to have to go to the Mac store and send my beats to them from the fucking Mac store. I got put out and
Please
all
tell me
that
you
shit.
put that in a rhyme somewhere.
What? Nah, it's coming.
You need to.
It's coming.
That's some
coming.
like, you feel sorry for yourself, my nigga?
Yeah, like,
you know what I had to
at
do?
The Mac store to send my beats off.
Not like you about to buy a Mac. He like, yeah, I'm about to buy a
Yeah,
Mac.
I got yeah. They knew me in that box.
That's hard.
Yeah. But emailed them the beat. They wrote a song to it. And it was a go from there. It was a go from there, really. It was just I guess timing, perfect timing. I was ready. You know what I'm saying?
We were talking about that. Sometimes people pray for the opportunity. Read books like The Secret, and it's like, oh man, give me an opportunity, but you've already prepared for that opportunity.
Yeah,
it wasn't like you was 19, you just got Fruity Loops because Fruity Loops your favorite program.
Nah, I was
like
ready.
You was ready.
I was ready.
Timing.
Facts.
A lot of times, my own personal experience, my own anecdotal experience. How the fuck did you find the manager, or how did the manager find you?
Duchess, my aunt, she got a big homie called Big Twan. Shouts to Big Twan.
Twan
you know
always
saying?
big, right?
In Harlem,
it
ain't never little Twan.
Yeah, you know Big Twan and
is
shit.
about as tall as the goddamn doorway, man.
Tell Twan I'm a nice dude and I don't want no
Yeah,
smoke.
say no more. Say no more. Nah, but she passed him off one of my beat tapes, and my manager used to rhyme, so he heard the beats and was like, "What the fuck? Like, how old is he? This is crazy." And then she put us together. See, my aunt was my manager originally, but you know how the business is. Like, everybody trying to fuck the lady, and she's a cute lady. So you know what I'm saying? It's hard to get to get motherfuckers to actually listen. So she passed the ball to my manager Pep, and he's like, "Fuck that, we got to do something with this." And then started moving around, And that's why I shout her out 1,000 times every fucking interview I'm in, bro. Like I shout her out. Like without her, none of this shit would happen.
That's really dope. Cause sometimes you hear the story of somebody just randomly handing a CD to somebody or just grinding.
Yeah.
And interning. I used to intern Chung King.
Oh yeah.
Studios. Yeah. I got a funny story where I was being flirtatious with what's her name? You hate this story.
Yeah.
Diddy girl. What's her name?
Cassie.
And they fired my ass the next day, fam. But I swear to God, listen, I know I'm short and I'm fat. I know I am. At one time I was cute, CALZ, and she flirted with me first. We're going to talk about that maybe at the end of it. But sometimes you out there just scratching and hoping, and you even got to move away from your hometown to get an opportunity.
Yeah.
But unlike that story or my story, your story was from day fucking one. You had a family member.
Yeah.
Look out for you and motivate you and not just say you can do it, but give you the opportunities, purchase it for you.
Facts.
And led into where you are now.
Yeah.
That's really dope.
Yeah.
I think we gotta, not gloss over that at all. So, 19 years old, you got a manager now. They with the movers and shakers, they get it to the right people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you got Sierra and her writing team now writing to one of your beats.
Mm-hmm.
And you went back to the Mac store, right?
Mm-hmm.
To find this out. Did you get a text? That was free nights and weekends time, right?
Yeah. Nah, I got. I went back to the.
Yeah, back there, you like, no, don't text me that. Text me that. What take it to the Mac store, bitch? How did you find out about that? Because listen, I remember when I got my little no shit placements. You talking about Sierra? Yeah. So yeah. I want you to reenact. Turn the lights down.
See, I ain't hear her on it. Like it was just a reference track. Okay. So I went to send the beat at the Mac store. Came back. I was with my cousin Anthony, and we went back up there and I remember playing it and not being able to control the volume. I'm in the Mac store, you know what I'm saying? And it was something about it, man. It was just like, this shit feel like the best song I ever produced. It was the reference track because that was real penmanship, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially for the time, you know what I'm saying? It was just, I don't know, it just felt different from when I recorded with my homegirl down in fucking, you know what I mean?
No disrespect, you were exposed to that level.
Yeah. So it just sat different, you know what I mean? When it hit different. Everybody's saying that now. But it felt different. I kind of knew it was somebody gonna pick this shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody's gonna, because I don't even think it was for her originally. I think they just recorded the song. You know what I'm saying? But it somehow got into her hands, man, and the rest is.
So when did you find out that indeed the song was done? Sierra recorded over it, and it's gonna drop soon.
I was
when you can start bragging about. I told you, motherfucker.
I kept it quiet.
Hating bitches.
I kept it quiet, to be honest, man. I had to do that paperwork first before I start telling people shit, man.
Smart.
You know how this music shit is. You'll get your front end, and then come to find out you didn't make the album. Or
explain that real quick. We got a lot of layman's front end versus back end.
Yeah.
Residuals and all that.
Yeah.
So when you say you got the front end, they offer you some kind of monetary value.
Yeah, they offer you money to keep the beat off the market. All right, we want this one. You know what I'm saying? We'll hold it for however long, just for you to. Here's something to suffice.
Just to hold you.
Yeah, and the back end is whatever is left. It's like say you sell a beat for $7,500, you'll get what? What is that? 30. What's half of 75?
If I lie and just give you a number.
Yeah.
Damn, I should know this. 29.
29. You know what I'm saying? You would get. You get to 29.
They dumb ass
front.
They are. 29.
You would get half of the 7,500 to take it off, and then the other half once the deal is done. And I wanted to wait for that back half, that final producer declaration, all of that before I told anybody about it. So I knew about it for a while before I said anything.
Who gave you that business knowledge? Was it your manager saying, "Look, this is how you should play it"? Was it your auntie?
Nah, this was me. To be honest, like I don't know. Like I feel like I've been here before sometimes, and
you been here before? You know my
on
wife?
Earth, yeah.
I feel like I've been here before. I'm like, Mo, what you not telling me?
You know what I'm saying? Like I was doing this music shit in my past life or something, but something in me. Like way before I found out what it is, because I'm older now. Now I know that literally when you tell people shit too soon, sometimes their negative energy can stop it from manifesting. You know what I'm saying? And I knew that. I don't know how. I mean, I wasn't until I got older I figured out, oh, this is the shit I was on. But I knew that. I knew like I don't want to tell nobody about it yet. I don't want nobody to be worried and ask me, yo, did it go through? Because I mean, what you tell them if I just got the front end and not the back end? You know what I'm saying? And it don't make the album or whatever the case may be. So I had to wait until that ink dried first before I told anybody everything. It was like some instinct shit, man. I was just like, nah,
This ain't ready.
nah.
Got a few more minutes in the oven.
Yeah, let me. Yeah,
And this is at 19.
It's at 19.
What the fuck would
I don't know, man. I don't know.
man, $75, take it. I'll see you at the Oscars. I'll see you at the Emmys. Like this dumbass nigga. No, that is very, to be a 19-year-old African-American man from Baltimore, and we haven't touched about your family, but I don't know where they were socio-economic wise, but I assume you wasn't filthy rich, a family full of lawyers, business entertainers.
Not at all.
So for
Not at all.
a 19-year-old young man from Baltimore to be like, you know what? I like what y'all talking and all that, but let me do some research. To instinctually, because it sounded like you didn't do even too much research. You just instinctually knew that, all right, this is how I should operate and navigate in here, and not to be the, oh yeah, that's some. I wish I had that. That's totally different from me.
Yeah.
You gave me a candy bar and a promise. I'm like, all right, Mama, we made it. Make a goddamn thing.
You ever get to meet Sierra?
Yeah, I met her
Bring the mic to you,
multiple
man.
times. I met her multiple times. She mentioned me at the Grammys one time because she wanted to sign me. She had some kind of some shit called C Eras, like C Era ERA.
Well, that's dope.
And it just didn't work out because it wasn't anything over there. It was just like I think it just was to pull me just to have first dibs on everything.
Like a production deal
Yeah,
or something.
It was something like that, but it wasn't like they didn't have a time. It was just a bunch of shit wrong with the paperwork. It was like original proposal. It wasn't no fine tuning or none of that shit. But yeah, that didn't fall through. But I definitely I met her the night I heard her on the song when I found out she was cutting it because I was in Atlanta when I found out.
Okay.
So I was already down there, and I came to the studio and yeah, and then I met her at the release party.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was brief, you know what I'm saying, a couple times. But I know that I was piquing interest because she mentioned me on the damn red carpet. I gotta find that footage. I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah, that's pretty gangster.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Sierra, a big deal.
Yeah, she is.
Well, we not stopping there.
Yeah.
I heard you work with a few other motherfucking A-list.
Yeah.
Come on, listen. I know you humble. I know and all that. But
I'm
fuck
about
that.
to
You
shake
whisper-
that shit off, man.
Listen. Tell who else you even fucked with? Because I heard some names, but I want to hear it from your mouth with the bottoms in. I worked with
Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx.
What the
What's the name of the song?
Yeah. Weekend Lover. Shout to Rico Love.
Rico Love.
Yeah.
What y'all
Yeah,
collab on that?
we collabed on that. He wrote it. Yeah.
Turn the lights off.
Yeah, exactly.
Look,
exactly.
I know those something.
His wife ain't no joke either. She's a good photographer.
Yeah, she is.
Okay.
She's fire.
Dope as shit.
Who?
She fire.
Jamie? Or Rico Love? Who we talking about?
Rico Love.
Oh,
wife,
his
yeah.
wife? Okay.
Yeah, she's dope.
Yeah.
All right.
Robin. Matter of fact, her name Robin.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's
Yeah.
dope.
The Pussycat Dolls. Shouts to the writing camp.
I love the Pussycat
Yeah.
Dolls. That's my shit.
Fucking Rick Ross.
Boss.
Yeah.
Boss.
It's a little bit of everybody, man. A little bit of everybody.
That is fuck. I heard. Did you work with Lil Wayne too?
I got it. It was 3 beats he picked of mine back in like 2010, and it was a few that he picked for Carter 5, but it didn't make it. It took so goddamn long for it to come out that he was still recording songs. So the 5 that he might have liked at the time might have got.
It gets kind of
you know,
it
and then
1,000
a
times
long you saw how long it took for it to come out.
Right.
But
It took about 5 years for 5.
yeah.
The fuck. It took a minute. So basically, you got what it takes to be at that upper echelon level.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you kind of know through your own experience how it can work out, right? You know somebody that knows somebody to get to the.
Yeah.
You also you got pros, you got cons in this game.
Absolutely.
And sometimes business can get a little muddy and fudgy, right?
Yes, sir.
And you can find yourself in a space where, regardless of your talent, there's some other people or elements in play.
Kinda.
We call it blackballing.
Yes, sir.
What has been your experience, if you had any at all, with that? Is there a reason why you felt like you got there? Walk us through that. First of all, for people who don't know, what is in blackballing in the industry? What does that term mean?
It's just when people tell other people not to fuck with you based on their own experiences. I don't condone it. I mean, I've always feel like you should. I mean, you can hear what other people say, but you should always seek your own, because it might not be that way with you. You know, your interaction with that person might be completely different. But yeah, I experienced a little bit of blackballing. It was with a publishing company, and it's once again it's that double agent shit. This person was kind of at the publishing company, but also helping place the record. You know what I'm saying? And so she worked for the label and the publishing company, and basically we got the single and everything, and she wanted me to do the pub deal with them, and I'm like, fuck it, yeah, let's rock. You know, you help with this, you know, let's go. And it just took a while for the response. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, the song is charting and
what song is this again?
Like a Boy.
Okay.
The song was charting the Sierra shit. The song's charting and everything. I'm like, yo, what's up? You know what I'm saying? And it just said a lot to me that I couldn't get that person on the phone on some with the record hot. You know what I'm saying? And it just wasn't. It didn't feel like home. So I ended up going with a different publishing company. But from that point on, I noticed the shift in certain personalities. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the kind of blackball that fucking ruins your career, none of that. But it's like hanging over the edge by your suspenders. It just showed me a little bit. I didn't fall. You know what I'm saying? But it showed me a lot. So yeah, a lot of people don't understand how emotional the music business is too, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of plays being ran off emotion. You know what I mean? Music is emotion, but business ain't emotion. You know what I'm saying? So that was my small experience with blackballing. But fuck that shit, man. I'm lit.
No.
We here.
Listen, you more than lit. and whatever they thought they could hold, they ain't gonna be able to hold you that much longer, ever more, because the talent's gonna speak for itself. This is what it is.
Absolutely.
But it's sometimes people don't understand that there's shadow figures or personnel that they work. Sometimes you wonder, even like in the corporate world, why I didn't get this raise, or why I didn't get the job. And it's not always your resume.
Yeah, facts.
It didn't get you in.
Facts.
It could be all type of politics behind the scene. People that know somebody else that want to get their person in the slot. All type of shit. Or like you said, you were going in your best interest because you weren't feeling the support, and then now they go against you. So
yeah.
I just definitely want people to know out there that it's not always cut and dry, and that there are shit behind the scenes that does it. So I want to walk through some of your producing process. So for people that I've known or myself, sometimes it's you hear the sample first and you get expired, or you lay down the baseline track and then from there you put the sample in, or how do you do it?
It depends. Like,
he's like, I ain't giving no secrets away.
Nah, I give. I'm a well of secrets, man. I tell everything. I usually beatbox it in my phone first, and whatever comes to me first, whatever I got more control over, because you might hear a melody in your head, how you hear it with a certain sound, but it doesn't resonate when you go to do it. But drums is usually where I start, because I know what all my drums is. I know exactly how I want them to sound. They quick, they to the point. And drums is where I would probably start. Sometimes it's melody, you know what I'm saying? But all of it starts with the beatbox. Man, I got voice notes. I mean, I was in a car the other day. That shit started playing, man. I got voice notes like crazy, sounding crazy as shit on the.
Fam, I done got an accident, so I'm almost trying to write down the last part of a 16. You've been waiting 3 months to get this last little piece. You like, hold on.
Yeah.
Motherfucker better watch you like. So I know how it is. You just gotta pull that bitch out and just get it while
while it's hot. Yeah, strike while the iron hot for sure, man.
What do you think the most important? So, as a producer, you know you work with your other fellow producers, and you like, all right, what's the most? Is it the bass line? Is it the beat? Is it the melody? What's the most important part of the track? What do you think speaks to the consumer that makes the girl want to dance? Is it the, like literally is it the melody or the drums?
Drums. Because there's beats out here that everybody shake their ass to. That's like minimalist. It might be 4 tracks on a mixer,
right,
bouncing up and down. It's like a drum. I mean, a kick, a snare, some kind of weird noise, and some hats. You know what I'm saying? So I would say everybody moves off of just that alone. So I don't know. I would say like more towards R&B. The melodic shit matters more, but on a hip hop tip, it's all drums, all drums.
So we know you a bomb ass producer. Listen, if y'all haven't, look, this motherfucker, CALZ up 80.
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to tell you. Look,
yes,
I don't want to offend nobody in Baltimore. I got friends in Baltimore. Listen, I got artists in Baltimore. Come on now. Y'all know what's up.
Speak your truth, bro.
This motherfucker is y'all ain't from the same part of Baltimore I'm saying where he from. Wherever part he from that he make his music, it's, you gotta now be on the outside of it. And there's a few motherfuckers in that group that y'all live in that same area. Y'all got houses next to each other.
Appreciate
right?
you, dog.
So we gotta show love to them. But
Appreciate
y'all niggas live in every part of Baltimore.
Facts.
So you're not just a producer, you're a writer.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to Starrz, right, and we were leaving a workout session. I'm like, yeah, I got my man's CALZ coming through. He said, oh, yes, my homie, this and that. Give me some background knowledge on you. And from my brief little bit of research and what he was telling me, this rapping shit, like you said, if you're a producer, you already got some rapping in. You already in your mind making the beat for a certain type of flow.
Yeah.
What made you want to, like, really jump into rapping? And motherfucker, you nice.
Thank you.
You know producers that like rap.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
go back to producer, nigga.
Go ahead, make beats.
Make that beat. Fam, the way you rap, the way you articulate, it's even the nuances of like the intensity. Ooh. Like when you say it, ooh, miss me with the hoe. You rap like you been rapping. You got the like. If I watch a fighter, I can tell when a motherfucker can fight. This is the way he before he even throw his fight. It's like his body language,
stance and everything.
The way you rap, it's like you ain't just in there like, yeah, Gator. You're like, you know what I'm saying? You can tell you know your way around that fucking arena.
Yeah.
When did you decide, man? Fuck this. I'm gonna show these rap niggas how to rap.
I don't know when it was particularly. I just remember a certain period of time. I just, you know, making beats and shit. It started to become even more political. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you know, like say you get a placement, like the Pussycat Dolls placement. There might be 7 writers on that song, and you got to split the pie. And then one of the lawyers is fucking it up. Like it could be a ton of things in the way. You know what I'm saying? So. Damn, I just lost my train of thought.
We were talking about fuck. Now I'm sitting there sewing all.
Oh
this
yeah,
story.
And I reached a point where making the beats and sending the beats it wasn't enough. Like I'd outgrown it. You know what I'm saying? And your soul is when you outgrow shit or when you don't have the same passion for doing just that anymore, you're supposed to do something else, something maybe around it, develop something. Another side of you,
right.
And you know, like I said, every producer is a rapper. You know, believe it or not, whether they can rap good or not. But I'd always been keeping that knife sharp too. So yeah, I would make beats, but I would still be writing hooks to my shit. I wrote a couple hooks. I wrote some hooks for Starrz.
Yeah, was that you in a propaganda joint?
Yeah,
that was you, right?
No. Propaganda, nah, that wasn't me. I wrote some shit for him. The Floor Is Moving. It was on the last joint. I forget the name of the song actually, but he changed the name of this. I think it's Invite Only or something like that.
Okay.
I wrote a bunch of shit, man. I wrote a bunch of shit, but I know Starrz wouldn't mind me sharing that. Everybody else I wrote for probably don't want.
Okay.
You know, but
That's
Starrz wouldn't mind.
Show you the caliber of Starrz as an artist.
Yeah.
Man. Like as I'm hearing you rapping, like I said, sometimes you like if you're a rapper and you start making beats, like, all right, these beats gonna be trash like a motherfucker, cause he don't know what he doing. Or if you're a producer started rapping, like, all right, here we go with the goddamn first grade level shit. Yeah. When I'm hearing this shit, I'm like, yo, I can't tell which one he started first.
Wow.
Which one do you find more enjoyment with, or is it all around you? Love it?
It's an all around thing. Cause some weeks I wake up like I just want to make beats this week, and then the next week I wake up like I just want to do hooks, and then I wake up the next week and want to do songs. You know what I'm saying? So I because I stress the producer side of myself so much, I seen how vital it is to visit all chapters of it. So like, okay, I'm not being inspired on some beat shit. Let me write something. Okay, I'm not inspired on some writing shit. Let me at least write a hook with somebody else in mind. I'm good with doing that. Like writing, you could tell me a story or whatever it is you're trying to say, and I can do that. You know what I'm saying? But every time it gets too warm at one place, I move to the next. It gets too warm here, move to the next. You know what I mean? I just try to keep it as spread out as possible, because if you try to force too much in one area, you lose inspiration, believe it or not. If you focus all your inspiration in one area, and then when it runs out, it's kind of like, what the fuck now?
Right.
So it's like keeping it equal. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it equalized. I just go here when I feel like writing songs, go here when I feel like producing, go here when I feel like writing the hooks or helping somebody else with a song. So I try to keep them spread out so it ain't too much in one area. You know what I'm saying? Just I spread the inspiration out so I don't get bored. You know what I'm saying?
I dig it. No, it's cool. It's a way to avoid roadblocks.
Absolutely.
Especially with the business side of it, where maybe you feel like you still got the creative juices, but it's like,
yeah,
these sitting in the beat shit ain't working.
Nah.
My lady over there, she love R&B.
Okay.
If I fucked up and I want to get on her good side, I just put on, some New Edition or some shit, right? I'm Gucci for a couple hours. Of course, we know that you got that trap shit on lock. You got the rap shit on lock. Is there any other genres you like, R&B, country, rock, that you like to do, write for, produce for, shit like that?
It's one song that I'm thinking about putting on the EP. I probably dropped the EP probably like September, maybe end of the summer. It's a song called Compromises. I'll let y'all hear it off air.
Okay.
But it's I like R&B too, and rap is R&B nowadays. So everybody,
Drake,
yeah,
that just made that shit
exactly. He just melted all that shit together. But
T-Pain too. Let's give T-Pain some love.
Of course,
he might be the originator of it.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
T-Pain, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like bitch.
But yeah, I most of my inspiration with that shit is just hip hop and R&B, but R&B is the R&B. I like R&B. That's definitely my secondary genre. You know what I'm saying?
Waiting for it. She's like, when the R&B I'm gonna I want to hear that shit. I want to hear that.
I'm gonna see how I do. I'm gonna see how I feel about it or how it sounds. In a lined up with everything else. I'll know then whether I should introduce it to the world right away.
I think. Yeah. Like you said, sometimes you gotta let it just simmer a little bit.
Yeah.
The universe, God, whatever you choose, whatever gives you your signals, you'll figure that out, and then that's when we're gonna know about
Facts.
it. We might hear a little early.
Yeah, definitely.
The rest of you motherfuckers gonna have to wait.
Definitely.
Until he feels incentivized to do so. I 19 years old, right?
Yeah.
And I assume you're coming in on a little bit of money.
Mm-hmm.
You got some fame.
Yeah.
Even if it's internal, it might not have been People magazine.
Yeah.
You heard about CALZ? He got motherfucking song on the radio, and shit like that, right? You had a lyric in I think it was Champagne, or it might have been Tired Eyes. Another track that I like, and I posted up.
Yeah.
Is it Tired Eyes?
Yeah, it's Tired Eyes.
Where you talking about being the light at the end of the tunnel for your family.
Yeah.
And I find a lot of similarities in that statement. It almost made me cry, bro.
Oh,
I got a lot of shit going on in my family, but you know how it is, right? We all going through something, right?
Yeah.
And I said, man, I think as children, especially if you love your mama or your daddy, regardless of what they did or what you went through, you always want to save them in a sense.
Absolutely.
And I felt that line when you said it. It was like, damn. Not only I got the pressure of pushing what I would do for my old dreams and creativity, but I got a responsibility to maybe save the people I love.
Yeah, that's the realest shit.
How hard is that? Knowing that you love doing what you're doing because you love to do it, but you also want to get paid, and you got a window in which you can do it. Production, you can probably do this shit motherfucker forever. You saw Rick Rubin, that motherfucker got a beard, fat as fuck. You think he served ice cream somewhere in the back of a van. And he one of the nicest producers ever, right? So, but especially as a rapper, if you're an artist, the way it is, gimmicky sex sales and all that, and that pressure of wanting to take your family. You were talking about what's the use of having money if
you
finish the line. I don't want to fuck it up.
It wasn't that verbatim. You talking about with the homies?
Yeah, it's like if I'd rather put them on instead of self-pity.
Yeah.
If they ain't balling with me, it's like what's the pressure of wanting to not only provide for yourself, for your how does that balance out with your creativity and your push to keep going?
You got to kind of keep yourself preserved first, and I learned that the hard way. You got to kind of preserve yourself first, because without you being okay, you can't do shit for anybody else.
Can't help them if you wanted them. As
you
say.
So I would say to anybody to preserve that side of yourself first, and it's tough. It's tough to answer your question. It's tough trying to balance the two of wanting to change lives on a music sense and then wanting to change the lives that you grew up around. You know what I'm saying? So it's always challenging. The thing is just to maintain your center. You know what I'm saying? But because family gonna stress you the fuck out. This music shit'll stress you the fuck out. So, as long as I was good first, you know what I'm saying? I then could, how when you got on a plane, if it's an emergency, you got to put your mask on before you do.
So
everybody
you don't pass out.
is what I'm saying. Yeah, it was more that I learned that the hard way because I came into it, dishing out bread and loaning money and fucking wilding out and trips to Miami. I wilded out on my 21st birthday. I wilded the fuck out. But you know,
he said I was 21. I said,
oh my God,
fuck
bro.
I said.
Oh my God, I was wilding out. But
He'll say, hey, my name CALZ, Sierra, like your boy. Oh, you ain't here? Hold on, I got it right here. Hold on, all right, now bust it open.
Facts, nah, but it you know, like, you know, I was, it's, you gotta take care of you first. That's long story short. You gotta take care of you first. I was out here fucking paying for shit, everything on me, the whole section, the bottles, all of that shit, and I was doing that for everybody else because I don't need I like the section, but I don't need 4 or 5 bottles. You know what I'm saying? And you motherfuckers help me put in on a bottle. You know what I mean, or whatever the case may be. So it's stressful, but like I said, more than anything else, as long as you good, you know what I'm saying? And I learned that you got to make sure you straight first before you straighten everybody else out. Because if you go awry, then everybody else goes awry. Yeah.
The foundation go, the whole building goes
This is
down
what I'm
with
saying. You can't do nothing for nobody if you're not in the right state of mind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want nobody to help me not in the right state. You know what I'm saying?
So at the same time now, you got family and friends that's either creatives like you saying like, yo, put me on, or they need the money. At that moment, retrospective, you look back and say, well, I had to put myself. But how was it dealing with it at that moment where they see you with a fresh outfit or you got a new car or whatever?
Let me hold something.
Yeah, but okay, listen, if I want to sustain what I'm doing and push forward, I can't allow you to do that.
Yeah.
What were some of the conversations you had to have with family and friends? Or your homeboy who ain't got, he can't rap for a month. Hey, yo, check me out, nigga. I be on the block
nigga,
like boom.
in the
You
club.
like, this nigga suck. But it's your man.
Yeah.
He know, yo, Sierra, right now, he done lived this whole dream through you. He see red carpet and you sitting here like, I got to let him down.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
How is it navigating through all that? Wanting money, wanting opportunities, but you ain't got it or they not worth it.
Well, see, that's the thing about it. Like, I try not to discourage anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he's trash though. Listen,
I know.
Hey, yo, my nigga, I be on the block. You like, God damn, I can't even work with this.
I know how to like move around when it comes to it. I won't completely shit on nobody or nothing, but I definitely will figure a way to let them know maybe we should try something else.
Try something else.
Yeah, maybe we should.
Cake.
Yeah, let's go do that. Yeah, let's see what that's about.
Royal Farms got some fresh chicken. Let's
That's
go
what I'm saying. Or like in some cases, put them in the studio. If you put them in the studio, they'll see themselves. Like, this shit ain't as easy as I thought.
I
you know
like that.
See what I'm saying?
Are you ready? All right, cool.
I'm going to let you find out on your own, but I'm not going to say, niggas, stop rapping. This shit trash. Blah, 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 this, and that, and the fourth. I don't never want to do that. And then nobody ever did that to me, so I don't want to pass that on. Yeah.
Now, I feel like you got a question. Hold that real quick. I feel like you got something. So when Sierra was dancing, no. So now you got, all right, we talked about that, but that was a great example. Matter of fact, you made me feel bad because I didn't told some motherfuckers go ahead and quit it. I'm like, fam, if you don't get the fuck out of my face with this bathroom rap. I told you to
bathroom
in the bathroom. You got the whole toilet in the bathroom. I said, nigga, I said go to a studio, you cheap bitch. You cheap fuck. The fuck are you sending me this? Yo, can you play this in Chungking? No, nigga.
Nah.
Well, that's cool. You can't afford to do what the fuck I'm doing. They take care of. But look, they down Hammer Jacks with their new outfit on.
Fact.
That's 2 hours in the studio, bitch.
Facts.
3 maybe.
Facts.
So now you got your cousin them. And like I said, you got them bottoms in. I don't give a fuck. You had to cook out with the bottoms in. I'm hurting, nigga. Don't hit me with that shit. You should have wore something else. What you say to them? Sierra, like, you got the song playing in the background, you got the bottoms in, you got something new on your feet. But now you ain't got no money? How you deal with that?
I don't.
That's how you sound.
Nah, because I'm trying to understand the question fully. Like, what do I say to people that
I assume you had to deal with that in the past.
Yeah.
You posted something, somebody got some word of the good news going on, and now you got the leeches.
Mm-hmm.
How did you have to navigate through all that? What were some of your favorite phrases? Did you just not pick the phone up? Did you change your number? Like, what the fuck?
I would say more of it was. I don't know. I kind of like to fight all my dragons. I kind of would just deal with it or just do it like I said. Like I got a good judge of character for the most part, so I could tell who came along because of what, who gives a shit because of what. You know what I'm saying? So I was able to navigate that a lot easier than most people. You know what I'm saying? Just being real about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I would actually keep it even more funky with family members. You know what I'm saying? Like I would kind of keep it a little more like, cause I could just push play, rap. You know what I'm saying? And it's a different kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm gonna let you see it. I'm not gonna tell you.
Let you sink your own shit.
Yeah, nah.
Because if you
Not
say rap,
sink
they're
your
like,
own shit.
I say, pause. Get your funky ass over there. Give me some goddamn sweet potato pie. Fuck out my face. And
I'll just sit in the stew and just let them see. Like this ain't. You gotta really want to do this. And like you said, it's a lot of people that is in the club with Balenciagas and shit on, but don't want to pay for studio time or don't want to pay for beats. But that's self-explanatory, you know, to be honest. Like luckily I haven't come across a lot of people like that, but I try not to associate with anybody that's don't take this shit seriously. You know what I'm saying? And it's not because it's music. You ain't supposed to take it that seriously, but you at least are supposed to know what to invest in or how to invest in yourself. Back to that whole preserving yourself kind of thing. That's the only way you can do for anybody else. So I don't know. Like once again, humble cow. I'm not going to discourage anybody, but I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna give you the opportunity. I'm gonna listen to you rap. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you see what I'm talking about, or let you see it yourself. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I had to keep it funky though, like bottoms in and all of that shit. I had to just say, nah, this ain't it, bro. This ain't it.
I ain't got it.
Yeah, this ain't it. So, but for the most part, yeah, I would just, find a way to, like tap, kind of, way of doing it.
Walmart hiring, bro. I'm telling you, Walmart, boy, they got a good benefits package.
Man.
They doing real good by their employees. Get your bitch ass away from me with these weak ass. What you got, babe? You got something over there? You have a question?
Yeah, like your personal life. How do you separate that
From the music?
Like a relationship, if you're in one or whatever. How do you separate that?
She tried to hit. I'm in the studio shit all the time.
Yeah,
Right,
I'm in the stew.
yo,
bitch.
that's crazy. That's crazy. But
He just said that. You just used that.
yeah,
didn't you?
nah, it ain't that I just used it. I was in the studio. It's when you're in the studio and they don't believe you in the
They
studio.
don't believe you, that motherfucker doing.
Yo, that's the most frustrating shit ever. It's like I'm not doing nothing. Facts. Nah, it's crazy. That shit. That's a beautiful question, bro. But it's challenging.
Okay, I bet.
It's challenging. It's not easy. You trying to balance the two is always going to be a problem. I don't know anybody that can do it well unless they're married. There's a certain kind of security that comes with somebody being. I mean, even though people fucking up marriage nowadays, but
still,
it's a certain kind of she ain't doing that, he ain't doing that, and a lot of the times I still deal with certain shit where it's like I'm FaceTiming the show that I'm in the studio or whatever the case may be. So that shit is a challenge always and will forever be a challenge. It's like it's not like you're splitting your attention with two things that need 100% of your attention.
Hey, you preaching, bro. Keep
yeah,
going.
man, your career and your other half. You know what I'm saying? So that's always you ready. You 25 a here and 75 a here, or 50-50, or it's a challenge. It's
and
a
you always
fucking
take
challenge.
away from something to get to something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's in life in total.
yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
let's say you got a wife and you got a career, but you got kids too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So you got to be a dad, and then you got friends.
Yeah.
Homies like, we don't never chill
Yeah,
no more.
yeah,
You
yeah,
always on the
yeah,
grind.
yeah,
You with your lady,
yeah,
don't never see you no more.
Yeah, facts.
You like, fuck, I can't feed all of y'all, damn it.
Facts, man.
That's a great question.
And for the ladies that want to know, are you single?
Nah.
Okay, you got a lady.
Nah.
He has
I'm
a
not.
lady.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a lady.
All right.
Now, from them photos I saw you like last week, I'm lying like a motherfucker.
Even
That
if
was
I
actually
didn't have a lady, I would say I had a lady, man. Fuck that.
All right, that's
Yeah,
smart, that's
I
smart,
just
that's smart.
keep it clean, man. Keep it all the way clean.
So, first of all, we're not done. We got a few more minutes with you, but like I said, man, big fans of your work. I mean that, and I don't know how else I can say it, but you nice as a motherfucker.
Thank you, brother.
I don't see anything but good things coming for you, and I assume you see the same because you wouldn't be grinding as hard as you are
Right.
in this industry if you ain't just gonna waste your own goddamn time.
Right.
What can we expect? Now, of course, you ain't the type to say what you working on and what's about to pop now. But if you can give us like, all right, boom, 3 years from now, expect me to do this. Like if you, what you've already put out in the universe, what can we expect to see? Projects, whatever.
This EP, man.
EP.
This EP.
When that's dropping?
I'm gonna shoot for September, maybe the end of August. I'm gonna drop another single, Drive Fast.
Okay.
That shit is. I'm gonna let you hear that one too. That shit is fire.
Okay.
That shit is fire. But I'm gonna drop Drive Fast August the 5th probably, and probably by the end of August, because I got enough songs together. I'm gonna start narrowing shit down, get the EP ready, but just some kind of. The embrace that comes with it. Like, once again, I'm always saying I don't have any expectations with it, but just the embrace that comes with being able to start something fully and complete it fully is huge. You know what I'm saying? And I hope a record catches. I hope, you know what I mean? I put just everything positive in terms of manifesting. Like you said, the work I'm putting in now, like, I want all positive. Happiness, you know what I'm saying? Wealth, everything. I want all of that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just doing what I need to do to make sure that manifests. I gotta manifest that.
When
but
opportunity come, you be ready.
Absolutely,
ready.
Absolutely. Yeah, I just staying ready, thinking positive, FaceTiming in the fucking studio.
You better be FaceTiming.
You know what I'm saying? And just preaching
Show
that
me
positive.
again. Show me the lower part. Bitch, sucking your dick. You be like, God, bro, what you over there doing, man? Look, shut up and let me do this thing. So I don't know where you're gonna be at in August 25th. I'm hosting my third party for my classic events.
Okay.
And it's gonna be a pool party type setup, and we're gonna have some fun activities. Sipping twerk is gonna be one of them. But we're gonna try to have some artists. I'm gonna see if I can get Starrz to come through. A few other people I know. If you in town,
fuck yeah.
I want you to be at that party. 25th of August. It's a Sunday, 5 to 10.
Okay.
It's a few people that I want to have artists on there, but I want motherfuckers to hear Hold My Cup.
Okay.
We're gonna have probably 200 plus people in that motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
The last two have been live. I don't know if you saw any of the clips. I'll send you the recap. My man Diamond and his promotion, Classic Production, my classic event. They doing some real shit. Okay. He's traveled the world. He's an ex-fighter like myself. Matter of fact, he's a fighter. I just fucked around and punched a few niggas in their mouth. But he was a fighter. He's traveled the world, partied all different type scenes, wanted to come to Baltimore and make somewhat of a new Baltimore. These parties, dog, no drama, no nothing, good vibes, good people, and we trying to highlight artists and other talented vendors and shit.
I'm
like
there.
That. So I would like for you to come on.
I'm there.
And how many songs we can get for you, but I definitely want motherfuckers to hear Hold My Cup.
My nigga, man.
And I want to be up there,
I appreciate
loud. I'm going to hold your cup. You know what I'm saying? You hold my cup, we dancing and shit.
Cut up a little bit.
And they hear this shit.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try my best to make it work out.
Yeah.
I haven't talked to them yet about it, but we've talked about having something like that, and I'm putting it out there.
Yeah.
And we'll talk more, because I know shit happens, right? But if you're available, I'd definitely like you to come through. I'd like you to perform. Let the city hear you.
I'm there.
Do your thing.
I'm there. The 25th of August, right?
25th of August. The Wave Pool Party, Radisson Hotel rooftop. I think it's gonna be at.
Okay.
And we gotta let them hear that Hold My Cup.
Yeah.
And she gonna have some Henny in it. So she gonna be like,
hey,
listen, you can't twerk too goddamn hard to this nigga shit. It's still in the man, and it's gonna make him feel good. But he can't go home like I had this nigga bitch twerking in my shit. I know, I love you, CALZ. But look, we understand.
He's a wild
She's holding my
boy,
cup, my nigga. She's holding my goddamn cup. Look, before we let you go, let them know where they can find you. If they want to find your music, social media, all that.
I'm on all streaming platforms. CALZ up 80. You know, CALZ _up 80. No, you got it right. CALZ up 80. That's it. Damn, what the fuck I'm talking about? Yeah.
I didn't know the whole goddamn thing. Let me go back and put the underscore in. God damn.
It's CALZ up 80.
All right, that's
but
cool. All right,
yeah, and that's CALZ up 80 on everything. On everything. That's Twitter. That's all of that. CALZ up 80. You know what I mean? Up 80.
Listen. Oh man, you gotta listen to me, you motherfucking hating motherfuckers. This young man is nice. I ain't even gonna say nigga. this inspiring, motivating young brother is nice.
Thank you, bro.
I'm telling you, I don't care who the fuck you listening to. You ain't writing you writing your lyrics? Is you rapping your lyrics?
Yeah, hell yeah.
He produced at the level he produced, and he rap like you rap. It ain't no corny shit,
Thank
man.
you, brother.
And who the fuck am I? Nigga, when your album come out, fuck you, bitch. I know what good music sound like. This boy can rap, he can produce, he can engineer. Y'all gotta give this motherfucker a chance. I'm telling you. Matter of fact, you ain't gotta give him a goddamn chance. You gonna hop on like the rest of them. Nice.
Facts.
I'm so glad that I got a chance to talk to you in person on this couch. They say we got another great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on, bro. Let's give him a
Always.
hand clap real quick.
Always.
Smile, So my new single, Hold My Cup, will be out on all platforms. I wrote that shit, actually. It was me. It was motherfucking nice. Not safe is, listen, if you're still watching right now, thank you so much. We love you. Make sure you follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, and iTunes. We'll be back up shortly. We have some technical difficulties, but we're going to keep pushing this, keep bringing dope people, regardless of what they do, where they from, on the set, to keep it like, oh, we ain't asked you one other question. We gotta ask you this question.
Oh, shit.
You see the sticker?
Oh shit.
You see the, and you got a little beard on you.
Man.
And you got a little beard on you too. You got listen, bro. Listen, bro. You eat ass or not, man? Yo, bro. You eat pussy? You eat pussy, right?
Yeah.
You eat pussy?
Yeah.
Grandma ain't watching this. You good?
Yeah.
All right, so have you ever by accident went south of the pussy hole? By accident. Just by accident. And stayed there. If you was a little tired, you just stayed there.
Yes.
And then you said, fuck it. You know what? Let me just go ahead and just.
Thugged it out. Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm thugged it out.
Yes, I'm a part
So
of
he
the
definitely
club.
ate ass. Hey! Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Listen, y'all can find us where you can find us. Thank you so much for coming on. We out this bitch. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you.
problem.
My head, I knew this motherfucker ate ass. I knew